96.5 The Fox, Bismarck, Mandan's classic rock station with free beer, hot wings every weekday morning. And joined in studio today, very special guest, the father of the NFL's second overall pick this year, Carson Wentz, Doug Wentz from Black Ridge Mortgage. Doug, you were here to record some stuff for us, and I thought, well, I'll try and grab him and talk to you in studio here.
Absolutely. It's good to be here, and thanks for having me, Matt.
Now, let's talk a little bit about, first off, how is Carson adjusting to life in Philadelphia?
You know, he's trying to get settled in, trying to find a property so he can call it home for real. So that's his secondary job. Of course, the main job with practice and OTAs and mini camp. He's enjoying it out there. Like I say, his property that he just found, it's a little bit off the beaten path, a little bit of acreage, just what a North Dakota kid wants.
Now, I know that there was an interview with the offensive coordinator recently who said that Carson's intelligence is all over the place. It's so awesome to see how quickly he's taking things on.
Absolutely. He is a very driven young man. Thank the good Lord that he's very intelligent and very athletic, but his intelligence has taken him to the playbook and worked through it, and he will study that book day and night.
Now, I know there was some controversy when the Eagles selected Carson that Sam Bradford wanted out. Now Sam Bradford is going to stay there. The plan is for Carson to kind of work under Sam for the time being until it's time for Carson to take over the reins.
And that's the plans. They brought in also Chase Daniels, a long, maybe a 7-8 year veteran, something to that effect. Been part of Coach Peterson's Kansas City. So between the two, hopefully they can teach Carson quite a bit, and one day at a time.
Yeah, they've got a lot of experience. So the Eagles have the number one overall pick from quite a few years ago, Heisman Trophy winner Sam Bradford. Now they have Carson on the roster as well. What was the NFL draft experience like? It had to be crazy going from winning the fifth straight championship, then he plays in the Senior Bowl, and as this is happening, he's ratcheting up boards. He went from not relative unknown, but a lot of people were talking about Carson, to all of a sudden he could be the number one overall pick.
Yeah, it was an amazing ride. You know, from after the national championship, they talked, second, third round, something to that effect. And then every interview, every all-star game or any of the games were he moved up the boards. And then really when we got to the draft, we kind of knew what was happening. We truly did not know if it was LA or if it was Philadelphia, but we knew it was going to be one of those two. So it was pretty relaxing, where unfortunately some of those young gentlemen sitting in that room day after day, you never know what's going to happen. So with us, we were very fortunate.
You see the video of somebody like Aaron Rodgers, who's now won 2 MVPs in the Super Bowl. He had to wait until pick 23, I believe, to go, or wherever it was, to go to Green Bay. Yeah, Carson didn't have that wait in the green room where he had to sit there and wonder what's going to happen. Am I even going to go today? Which happens sometimes. Some guys end up having to go back to the hotel and wait for day 2. Carson didn't have that.
Exactly. And his decision to go to the draft, he was kind of wishy-washy just because not sure where he was going to be. But once he had a pretty good indication he was going to be at least a top 10 or top 5 guy, it was pretty easy to take in all the events and once in a lifetime.
Did you get to go?
Absolutely. Yep.
And how was the experience in Chicago?
The NFL took care of us. I mean, the family that were there, great accommodations, and whatever we needed, it was very nice.
It was very cool to watch everything kind of unfold on TV, and then you see, ESPN comes to Bismarck to go to the Community Bowl to cover the big party that they had. It was just absolutely insane, the amount of coverage and the amount of support that Carson gets in this area.
Absolutely. He cannot be more thankful for the support that he has in Bismarck, and then, of course, Fargo and all of Bison Nation, and it's just really cool to be able to take it to the next step, and now he'll have the Philly fan base, very passionate fans, but he's taking a hold of it and just get started.
And I have a feeling there's a lot of now Eagles fans here in Bismarck, Mandan as well. I know that Shields has started stocking Eagles stuff and it's flying off the shelves.
Absolutely. It's you'll see quite a few number 11 shirts floating around here, hopefully for a long, long time.
So what's next for Carson? What is the plan going forward? Obviously, he's in, I believe, mini camps right now, and then practice starts up?
Correct. They actually have about 6 weeks off. Carson will not be taking that much time off there. Him and a number of the players, and Sam Bradford and I think Chase Daniels, some of the receivers will be going down to Southern California to train for a little bit over the 4th. He'll be home for a few days, but the true camp opens up July 25th, if I remember correctly. So
there's a lot coming up in the next NFL season for Carson Wentz. And Doug, you're obviously a very busy guy as well with the Black Ridge Mortgage.
Yes, absolutely. It's a new position I just took just recently, and could not be happier.
If people want to contact you, how do they go about doing that?
Call me at 751-4707.
Doug Wentz with Black Ridge Mortgage, and of course the father of number 2 overall pick Carson Wentz. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.